God bless you, class. Good morning. How are you all? Class, this is third lesson of chapter number 2, and we are going to study about a derived unit of length, which is area. You know how we defined it? In fact, area is the measure of the extent of the surface, how much surface is occupied by any body. As you know, the meter is the SI unit of length, so the unit of area is meter square, and 1 square meter is the area which measures 1 meter on every side. After covering its definition, we will try to learn the ways of finding area of regular surfaces. You know how we can measure them? There are certain formula which can calculate the area of regular surfaces such as square, rectangle, parallelogram, circle, and trapezium and triangle. These shapes are shown in your textbook page number 36, and I have chosen some of them. For example, if we are asked to find the area of a square, you know, a square is the shape in which all lengths are equal. So we can find out area by multiplying their lengths, base into height. For example, this shape has 3 meter length. So we will be putting 3 in the formula. We will square it up and we will get the answer 9 meters square. Now rectangle. We can also measure the area of a rectangle. You know, rectangle is the body in which length is not equal to its width. So here the formula is same as of square, but as the readings are not equal, so we multiply length by width. For example, this side is 2 meter and this side is 4 meter. We will be multiplying 2 by 4 and we will get the answer. 2 fours are 8 meters square. Next, area of a circle. We often draw circle in our maths and science and social studies notebooks. You know how we can calculate or measure the area of a circle? There is a formula, pi r square. Who will tell me what's the value of pi? It's a constant value, means 22/7. Now by putting the values of radius in this formula, we can calculate the area of the circle as well. Now what about irregular surfaces? Because in measuring irregular surfaces, we cannot calculate their base, their heights and their lengths. So what do? The area of the irregular surfaces can be estimated or approximated. We first divide them into small unit squares and then count them. And you know, we count the square in which half or more than half area is occupied. We count them as 1. Now this is the area. You can count how many squares are occupied. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. We are counting 6 as a full square because it's more than half, and we are not counting these areas because they are lesser than half. So this is how we can calculate the area of the irregular surfaces. For example, a pebble or any other shape. You can also take help from the example number 1 and 2 on page number 37 from your textbook. Now today's task is, first you will be understanding what area is, how we can define it, and what are those formulas which can help us in finding out the areas of regular and then irregular surfaces. And very important thing, what is its SI unit. Now today's task is, you have to measure the area of a circular swimming pool whose radius is found to be 25 meter, and how area of irregular surfaces can be measured. Thank you, class. God bless you.